I will inhale and think about solutions. I will exhale my stress and worry. I will breathe and it will be okay. I was traveling on my skis at the speed of light, or so I thought, panicking because I had absolutely no idea what will happen in the next 5 seconds. Will I crash or break my bones? Will I tumble down the rest of the slope comically? Will I be labeled stupid or over enthusiastic? Or worse than all of this, will I actually die? You wouldn't believe, but at that moment, I time traveled to the Indian Ocean. And for some strange reason, I had all the time in the world to dream and even relive past experiences. 1 second on the ski slope felt like an hour in this other world. It was 3 years ago. My wife and I were on this beautiful island of Mauritius. We stayed at this resort right on the beach, enjoying the warm sun and sand, mouth-watering food and drinks. Since both of us are fans of adventure sports, we decided to scuba dive together. At that time, I was a certified scuba dive master and was incredibly excited to show off my diving skills. The diving school staff enthusiastically spoke to us about the underwater world we would witness in our upcoming dive. Our dive began on what could be called a perfect day to dive. The tide, wind, the weather, and the waves. It felt like we were there to observe this underwater world, and it didn't really matter to the sea creatures that we were around and had invaded their space. The sea turtles were lazily swimming through the waters with their eyes half closed. The school of barracudas met them at the beautiful base of the coral reefs. It almost felt like someone had sketched a 3D painting. I did miss the sharks though, whom I sometimes refer to as the underworld of the waters. Suddenly, 20 minutes into the dive, Kruti, my wife, started waving her hands vigorously to grab my attention. When I looked at her, she was pointing to her appendix area. Her eyes were twice her normal size. The wrinkles on her forehead had panic written all over it. I assumed she was in unbelievable pain. It immediately occurred to me that she had undergone an appendix surgery about 6 months ago. And I thought of the worst. What if there is a complication? Now, for those of you who are new to the world of diving, if you are at a depth of 20 meters, you cannot come up immediately because you run the risk of having your lungs getting collapsed, or you can even die. So with each second passing by, my heart was sinking deeper and deeper. My mind was lost and paralyzed. I felt like I forgot everything I knew about diving, and I started blaming myself. Why did I push her to do this? Why did I not realize that the things that I like may not be of her liking? What will I say to her parents? What if we cannot come out of the water fast enough and she dies here? There, at that moment, I quickly ran through my options. Wait a minute. I'm supposed to be a dive master. I'm supposed to handle situations like this. I need to stop freaking out and remember that Kruti had trusted me to handle this. I remembered the breathing strategy that had helped me calm down in moments of panic. The technique is very simple. You inhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for another 4 seconds, and exhale for as long as you can, at least for 8 seconds. This is repeated for a few times until you feel relaxed, calm, and composed. Yogis have been doing it for hundreds of years, and modern studies confirm the benefits of such breathing techniques. So I held her and asked her to do the same thing. I signaled her to copy me, and together, at 22 meters deep, 25 minutes in, we did the breathing exercise a few times. She probably thought I was crazy, but after the third attempt, she was noticeably more calm and composed. She also gave me a thumbs up. Slowly and steadily, We came up and ended the dive. Later, when we were back on the beach, having dinner and drinks, we discussed about this experience. She spoke about the pain she experienced, and that coupled with being stuck so deep underwater and assuming the worst, that is the complication of the surgery, gave her a panic attack. With drinks in my hand and looking at the night sky with some stars on it, I felt proud of myself to get her out of that panic situation. Coming back in time, I was on the ski slope, probably traveling at 25 miles per hour, and scared and worried. I noticed the slope had evened out for a few seconds, allowing me a few seconds to regain composure. I will inhale and think about solutions. I will exhale my stress and worry. I will breathe and it will be okay. What did my ski instructor just teach me? Lean your body forward. That's exactly what I did. Press your shin against your boot and you'll have control of your skis. That's exactly what I did. Be ready to place weight on one leg and keep alternating. That's exactly what I did. I tried a bit of everything, and before I could even realize it was working. My skis were following my thoughts. Blood rushed back and a sense of relief and control flooded through me, allowing me to end with a smooth landing at the base of the slope. With my heart still pounding, I thought, that was crazy, but also epic. So what makes focused breathing so effective? It is very difficult to talk your way out of strong emotions like stress, anxiety, or anger. Just think about how ineffective it is when someone asks you to calm down in a moment of extreme stress. When we are at a highly stressed state, our prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logical thinking, is impaired. So logic seldom helps us regain control. This can make it hard to think straight or be emotionally intelligent. But with breathing techniques like the one I described earlier, it is possible to gain some mastery over your mind. When you deep breathe, more oxygen flows into your blood, which then travels to your brain and also helps you calm your nerves, helping you to make more logical decisions. Stopping and breathing is not automatic, but each time you do it, it gets easier. The more valuable lesson in this, though, is you need to build a muscle to handle risky, tough, and demanding situations. You are going to face them at some point of time. So if you're scared or nervous, it might be a good idea to try out some breathing techniques that I described earlier. Let me conclude with a quote. I will love the light, for it shows me the way. Yet I will endure the darkness, for it shows me the stars. Thank you.